Let's all play What's My Line? And now, let's meet this week's What's My Line panel. First, that dashing, daring, devilish, delirious, debonair Don Juan of TV, Soupy Sales.
Thank you, Johnny Olson. And right now, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce you to a brand new recording star on the horizon, a lady who has an album out entitled Those Were the Days. Here she is, Phyllis Newman.
Thank you, Soupy. I'd like to introduce a handsome, talented actor from London who has flown in just for What's My Line, Mr. Gawn Grainger.
Yeah!
It gives me great pleasure to introduce the one and only Miss Arlene Francis.
And now the new owner of Tammy Grimes Sheepdog, our master of the hounds, Wally Bruder.
His name is Bear, and he looks it. He does indeed. But welcome to What's My Line. During the next 30 minutes, you're going to meet some interesting people engaged in the most unusual occupations, which we hope will baffle our panel of experts. And in addition, the panel will face a mystery celebrity guest just a bit later on. But now, are you ready?
Yes, yes we are.
Okay. Sure. Put on your blindfolds.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Put on your blindfolds, panel. Very good.
It's the Duchess.
Everyone blindfolds in place?
Yes. Duchess.
Okay. So will our first challenger enter and sign in, please? Gary Brower. Where are you from, sir?
From New York City.
From New York City. All right, panel, may I tell you that Gary Brower deals in a product. An audience, you'll understand why our panel is blindfolded just as soon as we show you what Mr. Brower's line is. May I remind you again, panel, that Mr. Brower is salaried, deals in a product, and let's begin with Arlene.
Is it a product that those on the panel might use?
Yes.
Is it used in the home?
No.
No, that's one down. Soupy Sales.
The reason that we're blindfolded, Mr. Brower, is because we would recognize your face.
No.
No, that's two down. Phyllis Newman.
We wouldn't recognize your face, and we don't know you by name. What an interesting idea to blindfold us. Is this product something that, if I used it, would I use it in contact with my body or in my body?
It's contact with your body.
In
Yes.
contact, is it something that would be called, would it better me? Would it enhance me in any way?
Not necessarily.
But I mean, it wouldn't do what it's supposed to, if it did what it's supposed to do, would I be better?
Would you be better?
Well, I mean, would it help? It must have a function.
Darling Phyllis, I don't think really
Darling
that
Wally.
there is anything that you could do that would improve you in any particular way.
I'll drink
other
to
than
that.
your
Let's
own
close the
very
show.
gracious-
That's very nice. All right, is it something that you rub on your skin?
No.
No, that's three down. Gawn Grainger.
Well, if I didn't have this blindfold on, then would I guess what it was, or is this a put-on? Is that what you call it, a put-on?
I don't think that really the fact that you have the blindfold on neither helps nor hinders
Well,
your
can I take it
particular
off?
participation in
No.
this game.
I can't take it off.
No.
But you're not going to give me a no for that, are you? Because
No,
I didn't
I'm
really mean that. No. We said it comes in contact with the skin.
Yes, it does.
Well then, would it come in contact with the skin above my neck?
Yes.
So, has it got anything to do with makeup?
No.
No, that's four down. Arlene.
Well, is it something that is worn from the neck up?
Yes.
Is it worn in the area of the face?
Yes.
Is it worn is it worn in the area of the eyes?
Yes.
He makes these. We've got them on.
Oh, maybe do you make blindfolds, as God suggests?
Yes. May I tell you, panel, that Mr. Brower is the man that makes your blindfolds.
Thank you.
And he made the blindfolds for the, of course, for What's My Line for many, many years, haven't you?
Yes, for many years.
For many years. But who are you employed by? What is your company name?
Eve's Costume.
Eve's
Company,
Costume Company. Well, what's so special? We have one here, if I may.
Right.
What is so special about the What's My Line blindfolds?
Well, they have to be custom-made because so they wouldn't disturb the hair and the face, and they feel all right.
And that's why you have the rather wide
Right.
pieces of plastic here around, so they won't mess
And
up.
lined with velvet, you know.
Oh, lined with velvet, no less.
I think for the ladies.
And what are these?
That's only for the ladies. It's the pearls around it. Yeah.
And pearls are all the way around the edges.
How much
Well, what
does
do
one cost?
Oh, I'll tell you later.
Expensive?
No, not really. But I'd rather not mention it now. Okay.
Well, what do you do when you're not making masks for our panel?
I make hats for the theater, for movies, and Broadway.
And various costuming, I
Yes,
guess.
but strictly hats, though.
But strictly in the
Yes.
hat business.
Yes.
And, well, is there still a big thriving business for this in the theater?
In the theater, there is. Only in the theater, yes.
But no place else?
Not really, no. And a few people left in this business, so it keeps me very busy.
Well, how did you happen to get into a field like this?
Well, I started clothes designing in Europe, but then I started to make hats because it's easier, more economical. And before I knew I was stuck with it. You know, that's it.
Well, we're delighted that you can make blindfolds for our panel, and thank you so much for being with us on What's My Line.
Thank you.
We'll be back to meet another challenger as What's My Line continues. Gawn, tell me, what do you call blindfolds in England?
Oh, eye peeper stoppers.
Eye peeper stop.
Eye peeper stoppers, yes.
Oh, that would be difficult. All right.
Well,
put
no,
on your
well,
eye
you
peeper
can
stop.
have a U peeper stopper as well.
I won't get into that.
You would have a
but-
U peeper stopper, and I would have an eye peeper stopper. But if you put it on me, it would be a U peeper stopper, and if I put it on you, then it would become a U peeper stopper onto an eye peeper stopper.
Goodbye, everybody.
I think it's time for our next challenger to enter and sign in, please. Mr. X. And Mr. X, where are you from?
I'm from New York City.
From New York City. All right, panel, may I tell you, Mr. X is self-employed and deals with a service. And as a further hint, let me tell you that Mr. X does something rather unusual with fire. And now let's show the audience exactly what Mr. X does with fire. I'll remind you, he is self-employed, there's a service, and let's begin with Soupy.
He's self-employed and it's a service that has to do with fire. He roasts marshmallow. Let's see. Mr. X, is this what you do? I don't know. Check, please. Is what you do connected any way with show business?
In the broadest sense, I would have to say that there is a slight connection between what he does and show business.
Well,
but
like-
I think it'd be very difficult for you to pursue that particular point much farther than you already have, because it would only lead you down the primrose path from whence you do not wish to go.
Good, Wally. Mr. X, what, you have something to do with fire. Do you... I don't know. On how, do you go around and do you ever give any kind of demonstrations that have anything to do with fire?
Oh, yes, many demonstrations.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Do you, by any chance, go around in, like, to say, schools or public functions talking about fire?
No.
No, that's one down. Phyllis Newman.
No. I can rule out then, this will get me a yes answer. I'm just preparing you. I can then rule out eating or spitting up fire. I mean, one of those
Yeah, you can eliminate that. Yes.
well, you know those people that eat it and then they go like that.
You mean a fire eater?
A fire eater. I'm ruling out that you're a fire eater, okay? and you don't start them, clearly, because nobody would start fires. And you're not, I mean, I rule out that you're connected with the fire department.
No, I'm not connected with
That's
the
what
fire.
I can rule out that you're
Rule
connected
that
with the
out.
fire. So you travel around. Now, could the fire have anything to do with cooking?
Cooking? No, not really.
No, not really.
No.
It's not the
Two
same
down.
fire used for
No.
cooking.
Two
No,
down.
but
one
it's
right.
a crackly fire. Do the people who come to see you about this,
Yes.
or you go to they do come see you?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Well, when they come to see you about this, you instruct them, do you? Or you give them some sort of, I mean, it's, yeah, you will.
And that's three down, and we go to
No,
our
it's,
Do they come to see you because you do something that entertains them with this fire in any way?
no, I wouldn't say that, no.
That's not the primary reason. Four down. Soupy?
Well, the reason he's known as Mr. X.
Hey, look, we got the laughing
I
twins
know
over there on
it.
that
It's
end of
like
the panel.
It's that time of... Cheer down, will you? Reason, Mr.
Can you
X,
do
if
the move
signed-
for us?
If you signed your name, we would recognize that name. It's like a famous trademark.
There might be a degree of
There might be.
recognition.
Recognition. Now, who would we know that you're not Smokey the Bear? I'll tell you that. I don't. This is the fires. Is this service? Is there a product?
No,
related
no
to this
product.
No, it's a service.
It's a
Service?
service.
It's a service.
It's been established as a
service.
service.
Now, is this performed?
No, it's my turn.
No, not yet. I'm just
Well,
anticipating.
is this service performed outside?
Oh, that does it?
No.
Okay, Phyllis Newman.
All
That's
right, now
enough.
let's get down to basics. Mr. X, I come to where you are for some reason that I can't imagine to see you do something with, to, or about fire.
That has not been established.
I'm asking.
Oh, well then that's a
No,
no.
I didn't mean
That's
I'm
6
asking.
down.
I mean,
Gawn
I'm-
Grainger.
No.
You don't actually do anything with it, but you talk to me about it.
Does anyone have any idea?
He rubs two Boy Scouts together and gets a flame.
Let me tell you that let me tell you that
Extinguisher.
no, our challenger is Paul Mollet. And Paul Mollet styles men's hair with fire. But Mr. Mollet is the proprietor of one of the oldest and best-known barbershops here in the city of New York, and probably is one of the world's best-known barbers as well.
You're
as a
on
result of his...
Lexington, aren't you, Mr. Millett?
That's correct, yes.
You mean you burn the hair?
Yeah.
To do what?
I flame it to groove it, to thin it out, and to blend hair. And you don't have to use spray on it.
And the Egyptians actually
And the
started
Egyptians
this.
started the whole
I
thing.
see.
Well, you know,
So-
Mr. Mollet, we don't happen to have any old Egyptians around here. But we do have the pride of Piccadilly with us, who is none other than Gawn Grainger. Could you give us a little demonstration of exactly how this is? Would you really? Okay, well, let's find out what it's like. Johnny Olson.
yeah.
Could you-
Johnny.
There's Johnny Olson, who's going to give us a big hand. All right, barber chair is here. Gone.
This is actually, no, seriously, I think it's for a play. You're ready, yeah, you're ready.
Are you in town long?
I get ready to pour this on myself.
Is this dangerous,
What I'll do, I'll
Paul?
first set you up a little bit so this way we don't fire up your jacket.
Oh, thank you.
Is this dangerous, Mr.
Oh, it's
Mollet?
very dangerous. It's very dangerous. It can just...
Why don't you take off about 3 inches or so?
About 3
Yes,
inches.
about 3 inches.
Have you any last words?
Yes. You ready? Just,
Help!
that's it. Is there a fire extinguisher around the house somewhere?
What do you, that's it there,
Yes,
is it?
that's it there. Right here. See, right here.
Oh, it's only a singe, dear. It's
that all it
nothing.
is?
Yes.
A singe in time saves 9. That's a good name.
Oh, that's a nice flame.
That's fine.
Soupy, you're next.
Oh, that's nice.
You mean it's really coming off?
Oh, is it coming off?
You're joking.
You know, there's nothing falling on the floor. It's all going up in smoke. It's one barber shop in New York City where they never have to sweep the floor.
Can you come back next week?
Oh, that's very good. He's really on fire.
Has it all gone?
No, it's lovely now. You're a hothead.
You're joking.
No.
I can't see it. It is? Oh. Haven't you got it? Can I?
Can't you smell it?
Wow!
Very good. Listen, don't take too much off,
No, I
Paul.
won't take too much off. That'll be fine. I was grooved. It's
Why
steady.
didn't you do his
You know,
bangs?
England's finest Shakespearean
Yeah.
actor simply wouldn't look the same if you took too much off.
That's
So
right.
we enjoyed it. Gawn, you're a great sport.
Thank you very much. Splendid.
We'll be back to need another challenger as What's My Line continues. And now it's that very special part of What's My Line when we meet our mystery guest. Panel of the blindfolds in place.
Yes, they are, Mr.
All right, mystery challenger, would you enter and sign in, please? Well, as you can tell, our mystery guest has arrived and is now seated beside me. I'll remind you it's one question at a time. I'll give you 3 minutes to try and establish our mystery guest's identity, and let's begin with Phyllis Newman.
Thank you. There was such prolonged applause, mystery guest. Could there be more than one of you?
No.
That's a no. Gawn Grainger.
Hello. Would you primarily have been known as a singer?
Yes.
Arlene?
A singer in television?
What's that?
I would say that our particular mystery challenger certainly is well known for television, among other fields of entertainment. Soupy?
Well, did your biggest fame come from your records?
I would say that there's certainly an element of fame as the result of the many records that our particular mystery guest has been able to make and produce and sell to the public. Phyllis.
And are you also known by New York theater-going audiences for being in the theater?
No.
Not in the theater.
Have you got a record out at the moment? I mean, I'm sure you've got several, but by that I mean, do you have one that is in hit parade?
Yes.
You do.
Arlene?
Are you a man who performs in nightclubs at all?
Yes.
Soupy.
Are you currently appearing in New York at the present time?
No.
Phyllis.
Now, this record that you have out, this album, is it among the songs, are there included Those Were the Days?
No.
No,
30 seconds.
Come on, this is a single, though, isn't it? It's not an LP that's in the hit parade.
It's both, isn't it? I believe the question was, is it a single as opposed to being an LP that was one of the big hits? I think that at the present time, our mystery challenger has both.
Both? Oh.
Both a single and both an LP as one of the top records of the day. Arlene?
Are you known as a soul singer?
Yes.
Whose turn is it?
It's Soupy's.
Would that be the great James Brown?
Yes!
You know, James, like, for his voice, how he sings, like, that was such a great disguise that you did.
I tried, man.
Oh, really? It really.
I couldn't possibly get by no other way, so I had to try to do something. You know.
But you, what a success you are, my friend.
Well, thank you very much.
But you know,
He's a beautiful person.
we hear a lot about James Brown, the singer, and his records and his albums, and no one, I didn't mention this to anyone before the show, but I used to be a newsman in Washington, D.C., and we had some trouble in Washington, D.C. about a year ago, and a performer and entertainer by the name of James Brown came to Washington, and I think probably did more to help bring this particular crisis we had at that time to a happy conclusion than anyone else in this country could have done.
Thank you very much.
I just want to say that Mr. Brown did the same thing in Boston, didn't you?
Yes, I was very fortunate. Well, we all were very fortunate, and everybody appreciated it, and I just wish I could do more, but not that time.
You really settled that, though, in Boston when nobody else could have done it but you at that particular time.
Well, I think everybody could have done it. Really, actually, it's the fact that we just didn't take time to think, that's all. And everything is all right now, I'm sure.
James Brown, it's a pleasure to have you on What's My Line, and may I wish you continued success.
Please.
James Brown. What's My Line will continue right after this word. And now it's time for honest answers from our panel to questions submitted by the studio audience. And here's the first one from Ellis Craven of Atlanta, Georgia. It's to you, Phyllis.
Oh.
And the question is, aren't you married to a songwriter? What did he write?
No. No, I am married to a man named Adolph Green, who is a songwriter along with Betty Comden and sometimes Julie Stein, sometimes Leonard Bernstein. They wrote Bells Are Ringing and the songs like The Party's Over and Just in Time and Make Someone Happy and Hallelujah Baby and lots of things. He's a very talented man.
Thank you, Phyllis. And
You're
here's one to
welcome,
Arlene.
Wally.
From Barbara Middleman of Boston. Where did you meet your husband, Morton Gable, and was it love at first sight?
No, it wasn't. But I met him he was Dr. John Wayne on a program called Big Sister, a radio program. He played the lead on it, and I played a very small part, and I used to go in and be on the program and be scared to death of him. Then I got to know him better. Now he's scared of me.
Thank you for your honest answers. And that's it today. Please come back tomorrow, panel, and won't you join us, too, on What's My Line? What's My Line is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production. This is Johnny Olson speaking.